pushing to 10,000 subscribers. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, and thank you for all the support. Guys, I know you're going to say, Martel, you keep talking about the pick, the first round pick. You think I'm going to let the NBA off the hook? Once again, the betting companies went to the NBA and said, listen, we caught some fraudulent stuff on our end. You think the betting company is going to willingly just lose millions of dollars? You think they're just going to take an L? No. The FanDuel and all these other betting places, they want to take your money. That's the goal. You guys don't realize whenever it comes to betting, the house always wins. So you just think that they're going to allow for fraud and money laundering and allegedly and all these other things to just go on without any consequence? Absolutely not. Did the NBA kind of handle it wrong? They did. And this is the problem. The Charlotte Hornets are refusing to acknowledge if they knew or did not know what was going on. And of course they knew. Of course they did. The NBA and the Charlotte Hornets knew. He's been investigated for this already. It's just that everyone now is trying to save face. They don't want to speak up because they don't know where this investigation is going to go. You guys don't realize. You think it just ends here. Who knows who else is involved and how long it's been going on, and even more money and more money laundering. Who knows? And obviously all this stuff is alleged. But at the end of the day, the Miami Heat need their first round pick back. Listen, at the end of the day, they have no problem getting involved when it comes to Damian Lillard. When he was trying to go to the Miami Heat, they were so quick to send that letter to shut Damian Lillard's mouth up about only saying Miami. And countless other times, the jealousy, envy, and hatred that the NBA has for the Miami Heat, they have no problem showing it. Same thing with Kyle Lowry. Mark Cuban ran to the NBA and said, oh, the Miami Heat, that's tampering. They were tampering with Kyle Lowry. We didn't even have a chance to recruit him. This is exactly what I mean. And guess what? They took our second round pick away. So this is what I mean by we need our first round pick back. Now we have Ira Winderman, who also thinks the Miami Heat have a chance to get their pick back. Let's get into the video.
All right, next thing for you. There are reports that the NBA knew that there was suspicious activity regarding Rozier before the Heat acquired him via trade. What do you think is next for the NBA's handling of this situation? I know you said it was evolving, but how could it affect the Heat moving forward?
There's huge factors. Right now, all we know, like Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier is on paid leave. The question is, does he become suspended? Then the Heat get half of his salary back. Is he kicked out of the league? Then the Heat get all of his salary back. All of a sudden, they'd have like $16 million under the luxury tax to spend on players. They're going to have to add 2 players to redo their roster. But here, Trish, is a really compelling and interesting factor. The Heat still owe the Charlotte Hornets a first-round pick from that January 2024 trade that also sent Kyle Lowry to the Hornets. Well, it might be a case of caveat emptor, or it might be a case of, hey, we got something we didn't know about. The league didn't know about. Did Charlotte know about it? So I think there's a chance, which has never happened before, of the Heat getting their pick back or a compensatory pick back from the pick still due to Charlotte for a player who very well, by the time that pick is exercised, will be permanently barred from the league. So again, so much of an evolving story. Not this hour, not today, not this week, but the NBA has a lot to dig out as Terry Rozier digs in, honestly, for what might be the fight of his life.
And now the U.S. Congress has requested a briefing from the Commissioner, Adam Silver, concerning the NBA's gambling scandal by October 31st. I'm telling you, everyone's feet is going to be to the fire. But at the end of the day, I want our pick back. Simple and plain, because if we get that pick back, it allows us now to have 4 tradable first-round picks. And I keep telling you guys, if you don't have at least 4 first-round picks, you cannot enter any trade these days. You know, you have Baines going for 4 picks. You know, you have Mikal Bridges going for 5. So could you imagine Giannis, Jokic? And I'm not saying we're going to get those guys. But to be in any type of big trade, you need to have at least 4 first-round picks. Now, people laughed at me when I told them that the Miami Heat are going to be better than what people think. So Davion Mitchell on this team, I think we play at a really good pace. We share the ball a lot. And I think if we stick to our rules, we're going to be a really hard team to stop. And of course, are they going to score 146 points? Are they going to be playing balls to the walls every single game? Absolutely not. It's impossible. You know, some nights your legs are going to be tired. The biggest thing for me, though, is we have to be playing these guys in the right roles. I definitely like Jovic coming off the bench. I was a big proponent of that. I wanted him coming off the bench. Also, too, think about it. Tyler Herro, when he comes back, what is your starting lineup? Let me know in the comments, because I think Davion and Powell are great, but obviously when Tyler comes back, where does he fit in this starting lineup? Are we going to put Powell to the bench? There's a lot of people that want Davion still to start for defense. So there's a lot of things that we have to look at when it comes to this starting lineup. There's a lot of people crying in my comment section, oh, but the Miami Heat, they don't have a superstar. They don't have an all-star. They don't have a guy that can score 30, 40 points, and that's fine. I would rather have this Miami Heat team move the ball, and that's exactly what they're doing now. They're playing with pace. They're not being slow. And they're moving the ball. No one's just dribble. No, they're cutting, slashing to the rim. Everyone is involved. And I would rather have an offense where everyone is involved rather than one guy pretty much controlling the pace, controlling the scoring, controlling the rebounding. No, this Miami Heat team is talented. Wiggins, Powell, Bam, Tyler, Davion, Nico, Khalil Ware. The talent is there. Everyone just has to be put in the position to win.